Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Transformers Friday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Target exclusive Transformers Legacy Evolution Buzzworthy Bumblebee Origin Jazz. Let's get into it! Let's start things off with a look at the packaging. And here we have, on the top, Generations, Takara Tomy, and a flap. And you move it up, Transformers Legacy Evolution. And then Autobot logo right there. And then on the front, we've got 8 and Up, some nice artwork there of Bumblebee and Optimus and Megatron, and it wraps around to the side here. And RC's down there at the bottom. And then we've got some nice artwork here back on the front of Jazz in his Cybertronian, G1 Cybertronian mode. And then a very, very itty-bitty small window showing off the figure Transformers Origin Autobot Jazz from Buzzworthy Bumblebee line. Hasbro print, plastic-free packaging. Except naming them. I thought I was done with that. Then here on the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, main Vietnam print, symbols I'm not going to learn, a barcode, and recycled stuff. Also, is that an assortment number? Then here on the back, we have nice digital renders of Jazz in both modes. Converts in 20 steps. I just said converts. No! It transforms in 20 steps. It has Evo Fusion, Origin Autobot Jazz, Transformers Legacy Evolution, Hasbro print, authentic. Includes figure, 2 accessories, and instructions. Warning, attention, Octoon. Don't stick things in any language pie hole that do not belong there. Don't give it to babies. That thing. And small fine legalese print. And a funky number with a V in the front. I don't know what that is. But that, my friends, completes our look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure in his alt mode and his accessories. And first up we have the handy dandy instruction manual. 8 and Up, Buzzworthy Bumblebee Transformers Legacy Evolution Origin Autobot Jazz. Autobot. And then it's got a nice drawing there, I guess, of Jazz. And then on the inside we have, you know, some colors going on. Not my favorite. We know Kingdom was my favorite colors for instructions, and you know, it's clear, crisp illustrations, colors showing you which parts need to be manipulated, and easy to follow. The most important part of Transformer instructions, at least for an old fart like me. So there you have it, the instructions. Now here is his weapon, and we got handy dandy tweezers right here to help us take a look at that. It does have some nice molded details in it, although it's kind of plain. But there are some details in it. It's got some details here on the post for the handle and some molded details here. I mean, there's molded details up here as well. But that seems to be the most intricate of the molded details. And then maybe a little bit up here as well. Just a little bit. But, you know, overall, I have to say it's a nice little weapon. Post here for the handle, and then post here on the side as well. There's actually some other accessories, but they are stored away when he is in his alt mode. So we'll take a look at those when we did take a look at the robot mode. So, you know, underside Got some visible chest syndrome going on there, invisible arms, a little bit of visible legs, but it's not too bad. But how often are you going to be looking at the bottom of it anyway? It's got some nice paint apps here for these stripes, and this up here, and the grill as well. And then you can see the Autobot Tampo here, and then it's another Autobot Tampo up here, and then there's a port right here, and you can port his weapon in, you know, on the side post, or the way I like it, like that. And you know, it's got some transparent plastic here for this upper piece, and you can see the windows right here, and of course, you know, visible robot parts inside the window. Well, not necessarily robot parts, but visible parts inside the window, especially like right there in the front. And then looks pretty good from the rear here, and it cuts a nice silhouette from the side here. It's got a nice spoiler along the back here, and I have to say it's a pretty neat little alt mode for Jazz. Cybertronian, of course. Well, there you go, my friends. That is a look at the figure in his alt mode. It's time for alt mode comparisons, and here we have the Target exclusive Transformers Legacy Evolution Deluxe Class Origin Jazz with the Target exclusive Transformers Legacy United Voyager Class Origin Wheeljack, and the Target exclusive Buzzworthy Bumblebee War for Cybertron Trilogy Deluxe Class Origin Bumblebee. For our final set of alt mode comparisons, here we have the Target exclusive Buzzworthy Bumblebee Transformers Legacy Evolution Deluxe Class Origin Autobot Jazz with the Transformers Titans Returns Legends Class Bumblebee, and the Amazon exclusive War for Cybertron Trilogy Earthrise Alternate Universe Leader Class Optimus Prime. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the comedy portion of our program, where I attempt to transform this Transformer. And first thing I like to do is remove the accessory, and we'll set it off out of the way. And then I'm trying to remember, because this thing it's a little difficult to get put together, so it's a little difficult to pull apart, and it's almost like you have to force things together in order to get it to work. And I think the first thing you want to do is untab these side panels here, and there we go. So I got that broken loose, not broken, but you know, broken loose. You can see there's a tab here that goes under this side, and then a tab here that goes right here. And then we'll do that on the other side. Same deal with the tabs. So there's that. Then you can work the legs down, and it's got that Titans Return knee hinge in there where it kind of doubles over, and then you push it down. At least that's where I remember seeing it, was Titans Returns. And then you want to kind of flip the feet down. Well, you don't want to kind of do it. You want to do it. Go ahead and flip these on around, at least I think. Then you can separate the legs, and then they are on a hinge. Where's the hinge? Hinge is right here. And you can see this kind of clips in right there. And gently, well, I'll try to do it gently. So gently get that to release and open it up like this. Then you can fold this panel down, and you can close it right back up. And on the other side, we do the same as well. I'll say you do. You might, I might not. There we go. And then close the panel down, and then close it right back up. And you can see right in here, this is where it snaps into place. Supposedly. There it goes. So there's that part done. Then you kind of hinge this back. And there's this piece in here. It's double hinge here and a hinge here. So you just kind of fold that back. Then you can move the arms out to the sides. And once you get that done, you got this chest piece here, which is on a double hinge here and hinge up in here. And you just kind of, oh, before you do that, you got to pull the accessories off. The hook and the reel, I guess. And we'll take a look at those a little bit better later, but they poured in right here. So once you get that imported, then you can use that double hinge to move the chest down into position. You see the head is already in position. And then for this part, the arms want to go back forward. You kind of have to push this out, and then right up like that. You can put everything back into place. Well, I say you can. So there we go. We got that part done. And you can flip his hands out and adjust the arms appropriately. And then we'll take, again, like I said before, we'll take a look at the accessories a little bit better when we take a look at robot mode. Why does he not want to stand up? Stand up, Jazz. There you go. That, my friends, is a look at the figure in his robot mode. Well, let's take a look at the figure in his robot mode and his accessories. And we'll start off, let's move him out of the way. We'll take a look at the accessories again. And then here's the gun. Of course, everything I said about it still holds true. And then here is the reel. And you can see it's got a post on the bottom and it's got a port on the top. No string in it, actually. And then here is the hook. Notice, looks like a grappling hook. It's got 3 hooks on it. And then it's got a post here. And you take the hook and you port it into the reel. And there you have it, my friends, the hook and the reel. And we'll take another look at it in a minute as to how it ports in and storage and that kind of stuff. There's not really a storage for it. You can store it here if you want to, or on the shoulders you can store it, take it apart and store it like that if you want to, and you can store the gun on the back. But anyway, that's beside the point. Let's take a look at the figure himself. And I have to say, that's a nice Jazz head sculpt. It does seem a little small. In fact, the whole figure seems just a little bit on the small side for Jazz. In my opinion, I feel like he should be just a mite bit taller. But seeing how I'm going to be displaying him more in the alt mode than in the robot mode, it's fine. It doesn't really bother me that much. But it's got nice silver paint app for the face, nice blue for the visor. At least I think it's blue. It looks blue to me. I'm colorblind. Don't make fun of handicapped people. And then here we've got the stripe here with the Autobot Tampo on it. And pretty much all of the rest of the deco we talked about in alt mode. But you can see he's got 2 little clear pieces here for the headlight pieces. or, you know, however you like to refer to them. Let's take a look at his articulation. He can look up that high, and the head is on a ball joint. He can look down that low. He doesn't have any chicken neck. He's got just a bit of waggle. He can do the full exorcist. At the shoulder, the arm raises up slightly past 90 degrees, it appears. 360 degrees of rotation. There is a cut here on a mushroom peg. You probably can't see that. But there's a mushroom peg here at the upper bicep, and it allows for another 360 degrees of rotation. At the elbow, a single hinge that gives you, we'll go ahead and call that 90 degrees. And then at the wrist, there's no rotation. It can bend in and out some due to transformation, but I'm not really going to count that. You can if you want to. At the waist, he does have 360 degrees of rotation. At the hips, if you move the backpack back a little bit, he will give you the full splits. And he can kick forward well past 90. And then backwards about 90 degrees due to the backpack, but the backpack isn't fully in place. So with the backpack fully in place, not quite 90 degrees. There is a cut here on an enclosed mushroom peg. Gives you another 360 degrees worth of rotation, and a single hinge at the knee. Doesn't quite give you 90 degrees worth of rotation. At the ankles, really nothing at the ankle. The feet, the toes can tilt down. You know, they can fold all the way in if you wanted them to. And then he does have some rocker, not quite 90 degrees, pretty good bit short of 90 degrees, actually. Now, as far as the accessories go, again, let's take a look at it. The hook and the reel. You spin his hand around like this, and you see he's got a port in the back of it. And this is on both sides, so you can use either side that you wish to. And you know, now it's a part of him, and he can shoot that hook off way up there if you want. And again, like I said, you can do that on either side. You can store it back here. It's kind of bulky though, and I don't like to store that back here because it just sticks out way too far in my opinion. The pistol works a little better, and you can turn it that way or you can turn it up, you know, whichever that you desire. And as far as it goes, he can hold it in his hand. That is, if I can get it in his hand. Like that. And also, if for whatever reason you want him to hold the hook or the reel, or the hook and the reel like this, it does, I might not can do it, but it does post into his hand. But for robot mode storage, I just say port one of them in this shoulder, port the other one in this shoulder, and there you go. And at least on one side, he's got a Mad Max vibe to him. But there we have it, my friends, a look at the figure in his robot mode. It's time for my favorite part of a Transformers review, robot mode comparisons. And here we have the Target exclusive Buzzworthy Bumblebee Transformers Legacy Evolution Deluxe Class Origin Jazz with the Target exclusive Transformers Legacy United Voyager Class Origin Wheeljack, and the Target exclusive Buzzworthy Bumblebee War for Cybertron Trilogy Deluxe Class Origin Bumblebee. For our final set of robot mode comparisons, here we have the Target exclusive Buzzworthy Bumblebee, Transformers Legacy Evolution, Deluxe Class Origin Jazz, with the Transformers Titans Returns Legends Class Bumblebee, and the Walmart exclusive Netflix War for Cybertron trilogy, Earthrise Leader Class Optimus Prime. For final thoughts on the Target exclusive Buzzworthy Bumblebee Transformers Legacy Evolution Deluxe Class Origin Autobot Jazz, the first thing I want to say is a big shout out and thank you to my friend Raz over at Raziel Kane Reviews, who picked this up for me and shipped it, and then I repaid him for it, of course. But you know, he was like, I had mentioned to him in the comments for the Wheeljack, Origin Wheeljack video, that I wish I hadn't passed on this. And he was like, hey, no problem. We got it at Toys R Us up here in Canada. I'll pick one up for you. And, you know, the rest is history. So, big shout out and thanks to Raz. And I'm hoping I remember to put the links to his channel in the description of this video. So please check that out. And check his stuff out, because he does reviews as well as he looks at some toy hacks stuff, and he also does spotlights on voice actors. And he had a really good interview with the Micro Machine guy who used to voice Blur. Dave starts with an M, and so go check his channel out, and you'll find different stuff than what I have. Maybe some of the same stuff reviewed, but a different viewpoint on it. So please do go and check out his channel. But as far as this figure goes, I like the alt mode okay. The robot mode, not so much. That's really what made me pass on this the first go round and not worry about trying to snag an evil pre-order from Target that probably would have got canceled anyway. But you know, the vehicle mode, that's these Origin figures for me, it's really about the alt mode rather than the robot mode. And which, like, you know, the Wheeljack robot mode is okay, the Bumblebee is okay, this one is, you know, a little less okay than the other two, in my opinion. Your mileage, of course, may vary, but you know, I wanted it for this G1 Cybertronian cartoon alt mode. And that's how it's going to go in my display. That way I don't have to pull out 86 Jazz and use this one instead, or use the other one instead of this one. So they can both coexist in their different forms. But, you know, I like it. It is what it is, I suppose. You know, it's got a bit of a backpack, but what Transformer who transforms doesn't have a bit of a backpack, at least? He's not a mess. He's fairly easy to transform, as long as you remember when you're going into robot mode to remove the hook and reel from the chest piece before you try to lower the other chest piece, the outer chest piece, into place, you know. And you know, the folds where the legs open up, they can be a little tricky as far as they don't like to open. At least that's my experience with it. So there are those things, very minor things. And again, you know, unless they come out with some more Origin stuff that really piques my interest, this guy probably won't be getting transformed much anyway. I passed on it partially because I did like the robot mode so much, and the fact that I never thought in a million years they were going to make that Origin Wheeljack and make it where the Origin Bumblebee could go into the truck bay of his vehicle mode. And so that really kind of spurred me to regret missing out on this. And then, like I said, Raz helped me out by picking one up and sending it to me. And then, you know, we got things sorted out, and that's good. And I do really appreciate him for doing that for me. And big thanks to you, Raz. And I hope you get some people checking your channel out from this shout out. And again, like I said, hopefully I'll remember to put his stuff in the description of the video. And if not, just look up Raziel Kane Reviews and you'll see it. It's a little circle with blue and some lightning in it. It says RKR. Just in case I forget, because I may. Well, that does it for the review. I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you are interested in supporting my channel further, I'm now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page, or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you, but only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you would like to see more content or just help the channel grow, or both. That's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.